Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Morning.
Matrix Money Tuesday. Good morning, everybody.
Yes. Uh, let's see who's we already got people coming in here. Let's see. Pascal, how's it going?
All right.
Sadie, what's up? Appreciate the early the early joiners here.
Good morning, guys.
So what do you say? We jump straight into the markets or what?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's bring that up. Bam. You know what? Let me refresh that because I don't know how long that's been sitting there.
Not much changed. We're looking good.
Yeah, not really.
I thought it would say 70, but it doesn't say 70 yet. So.
Well, it touched 70 yesterday there for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then came right back down, got rejected, came right back down. Kind of funny. Not really, but, you know. Let's see. What else we got? ETH still at around 37. ETH's been pretty steady since the SEC announcement. You guys agree, you know?
A little disappointing. I was kind of hoping it would go up at least into the 4s, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen right now.
Well,
I wanted to badly.
When we least expect it, and then it'll be like, bam.
Yeah.
Oops. BNB. Look at this. BNB kicking butt, taking names right here. Almost.
Didn't CZ just get sentenced as well? That has no impact on price at all.
I don't think he had already gotten sentenced. I think he actually just started his term as 4 months.
Okay. He started his term. Okay.
Wow. I mean, it does have an impact on price, just not negative.
Well, right, exactly. It's not a negative impact. Yeah, exactly.
Just made it stronger.
Exactly. And Solana cannot go by there. Still not bad. 166.35. Any thoughts, guys, about Solana?
I have zero thoughts. I'm happy with Solana. I'm happy with the way it's performing, and I'm hoping it hits 200 again. So we'll keep it at that for now.
Nice. I think we got more people jumping in here. I just want to catch everybody. Say good morning to everybody. Automatic Beats in the house. Good morning, sir. Who am I missing here? Too many people going fast in the chat. 100 airs in the house.
Yeah, I'm trying to
going there?
100
there. Awesome. Mike is here. Excellent.
Morning, Mike.
Welcome, sir. Rui is here. Welcome.
Morning, Rui.
Glad to see everybody jumping in. Appreciate you all. All right, let's get back to these markets here. Where are we? XRP. Become a stable coin here lately, it seems.
It's not moving from that 50-cent point at all. It's just hovering around there, and I guess that's where it's
crazy. Doge looking, well, it's down below 16 cents barely. It was pretty solid in that 16-cent range there for a while.
Yeah.
Cardano holding steady, another one that's become basically a stable coin.
Yeah.
AVAX, look at this. Down
it's
over
still cheap,
6%.
guys. AVAX is still cheap.
Yeah, exactly. Great buy. And even Link, even with all that news they've had and everything, it's still below $20 again, as far as I'm concerned. Good buy.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. I should probably do that. There we go. Not financial advice. See BCH for stable coin right there at this point. Uniswap down 11%. Wow. But it was up there for a while. It kind of took a rocket up there. So
yeah.
Needs to cool off, I guess.
Yeah.
Matic looking pretty good.
Sense, yeah.
Now look, Pepe down. Look at this. What do you guys think? It was up remember when the first time Roaring Kitty came out, it went up 80%. Now not so much.
I mean, it going down 11% over 7 days isn't really too much of an impact when it went up quite a bit in a month. I think it was almost 100% in a month. So
that's true.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. We'll see with that one.
What we got? We got Jonesing Finance. Yes, we are live, sir. Welcome.
Morning.
Let's see. Anything else? Caspa. Well, we gotta stop at Caspa.
You gotta stay on Caspa.
I'm sorry. I almost right by it.
Let's not go past that one.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Caspa a little bit. So Caspa had a huge spike yesterday. It was up, I believe, 20%. It hit 18 cents, which is not the all-time high. I think the all-time high was still in February of this year. which was almost 19 cents, just shy of 19 cents. I don't know. Maybe they can let us know in the comments what they think this pump is about. I know there was a lot of chatter on Twitter about the KRC20 smart contracts
Hmm.
be deployed. So that's positive stuff. That brings utility to this chain, and which is what we always talk about. Like 90% of these chains can do transactions, and they can do it fairly quickly. What else can we bring to the table? And if the smart contract gets deployed and it gets used in the community for like real projects, doing real things, uh, that's a really strong use case. That's going to propel Caspa to the next level. I think there's a lot more growth with Caspa. What do you guys think?
I mean, you want to go first, CCM?
No. I got no thoughts on it. I mean, I was surprised when it went up. So please bail me out.
No, I'm not bailing you out or anything. But no, I agree with you, Jar, like 100% that could be a reason on why the price action is the way it is right now.
Yeah.
And it's not just KRC20. I think once you introduce smart contracts in general
Yes.
to any L1, it's huge. I mean, the KRC20 is just like a guideline on how to create tokens. But
Yeah.
what that means is that, okay, they're introducing smart contracts, so then they can also do NFTs. They can also do other things that require code, right? That aren't just creating tokens. So that's why it's so huge. And then knowing how fast and cheap Caspa is compared to its competitors like Ethereum, even its competitor in L2s like Polygon Matic, which are a lot cheaper, Caspa is still cheaper than those. So, right. So then you introduce those smart contracts, you have cheap transactions. That's huge. And it could factor into that price action while we're stopping here. But there's other factors as well that dip into why it could be going up so high. Exchange listing, right? Like we always see pumps like this when exchange need to buy up the coin so that they can, sell it, right? So it could be a big exchange listing. And then another thing that happened for Caspa is there's a whole bunch of new miners that are coming out as well. Now, a lot of people in the mining community, if you follow Caspa mining, they're kind of up in the air about it because they are either, okay, well, the emission schedule is so aggressive, I don't want to mine Caspa anymore.
Yes.
So I'm not going to buy the rigs anymore. But on the flip side, you have some people who run it as a business and they're like, well, I'll buy the miner, I'll write it off of my taxes, and it's a new miner, it's more efficient, why not? So that could be another reason on why the price action is the way it is. And thank you for bringing up the difficulty as well, because that's been skyrocketing.
Yeah, also. Look at that. That's over the last month. This is the year right over here for difficulty. So it's over 300 petahash. Oh, so I thought this was painful right over here when it got to 3 petahash, 4 petahash. Right. That's nothing compared to where we are right now.
Right.
Incredible growth. Wow. So you can see that it's just over 17 cents right now. So it's still holding its price. And you're talking about ASIC miners that are coming out. That KS5 Pro is out, and I believe shipment starts in a couple of months. So those haven't even hit the market yet.
Yep.
So we can just see this difficulty also bumping up once those come on the street. So I don't know. I think it's positive. I think when they're talking about $1 Caspa, what do you guys think about that? Because I think that brings it to, I don't know what the market cap is, but I believe it's close to 30 billion if that happens, and we're just over 4 billion right now. So that's a significant growth.
Yeah,
that's a huge thing, huge change.
Yeah.
What does it say right there? It says, market cap. Yeah,
4 billion.
Yeah.
And that's with the pump right now. So that's a possible almost 10x from where we are right now, if it were to keep skyrocketing towards $1.
Yep. Got Crypto Teo saying AVAX fan here. That's okay. You could be an AVAX fan. AVAX a good project, right? AVAX good project. 100 Air saying he's thinking about taking some CAS profits. I don't blame him.
I was thinking about that too. Just because when there's a huge pump, like 20 to 30%, I might take a little bit off right now and then reinvest later on when it dips a bit. But who's to say it's going to stop for, who knows how long this will go for. Maybe we're already done with the pump. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. Chris is saying, by the way, good morning, Chris. Whenever new ASICs come out, the price does go up from what he's seen.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
he's not wrong about that. Paperclip in the house.
Hey, Paperclip.
How's it going? I'm here making coffee. Okay, coffee. Good. Yeah, right here. I got you. I hear you.
Paperclip just did an interview with the founder of Veriscoins. You guys should check that out. It's really cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes. Good point. You want to get through a little more of the market, or do you want to jump?
Let's round out the top 50, I guess.
Okay. All right. We got Render here up 4.5%, over $10. Render, good project.
Yeah.
Next DC8 portfolio for me. HBAR, sheesh, I'll tell you, HBAR has not been strong, but they've had all kinds of announcements.
I know. Yeah, they have.
It's crazy. I can't believe that they're not moving up like I would have expected. WIF down 10%, but still looking pretty strong, all things being equal here, $3.30. What else we got here? Scrolling down, Stellar, another stable coin, basically. Arweave, up almost 16%. Good price action with Arweave.
Yeah.
Go
Monero,
ahead. Sorry.
I just want to talk about Monero briefly. Do you know if this has been removed off of all the top tier exchanges right now? Because I know it was getting delisted quite a bit.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, I think it's off all the centralized exchanges at this point.
All the big ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
as far as I know. But still looking good. Look at it. Up 10%.
That's like, what I'm saying. Yeah. It's still up 10% regardless of that. So still very strong.
Yep. Looking good. And I don't know. Anything else you want to go over here before we move over? We're at 50.
No, I'm good.
All right. Let me get rid of that.
Yep.
Chat for a minute while I bring up the other item there. Let's see. Where is it? Right here.
We got the Chamath video coming up now. Oh, yeah. Yep. This one was interesting.
All right. You want to just kick it off and we can jump in afterward or what?
Yeah. Why don't you play this one? Get some.
All right. Here we go. About a little over 3 minutes.
You should really look at the pattern of Bitcoin after a halving. So here's a little Bitcoin price analysis for you guys. So there's been a couple of halving cycles that have happened. And I asked him to go back and look at the price performance 1 month after a halving, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, and 18 months after a halving. And what you notice is that there are these moments initially where essentially when you go through a Bitcoin halving, people are sort of reassessing what's happening and they're trying to figure it out. That's sort of what I would say happens in the first month and roughly what also happens in the first 3 months. But then within 6 months to a year and 18 months of these things, there are these crazy price appreciation cycles that happen. So that's what this page shows, which is, 18 months after the first halving, the Bitcoin price returned 45x. After the second halving, it returned almost 28x. And after this third halving, it returned almost an 8x, which is really incredible returns in such a short period of time. If you go to the next page. And so if you graph that, this is what it starts to show, which is what is this price performance after each of these halving cycles. Now, why is that interesting? Well, it's interesting because on top of this halving, which theoretically, if history is a guide, we should see some price appreciation. Obviously, the other thing that's happened is we've commercialized Bitcoin. And we talked about this sort of as my big prediction for 2024, which is these ETFs are really going to allow Bitcoin to cross the chasm and have its sort of central key moment, right? And so if you apply the averages, and again, these are just averages, they're by no means predictions. Okay, so I just want to qualify that.
Yeah, this is not financial advice.
It's not financial advice. These are just guesses. Data. We took these and we applied it to the price of Bitcoin. And if you go to the next page, you start to see what could happen if you just take the average of the last few cycles. So because the first cycle was so extreme, and you start to
so you're just doing cycle 2 and 3 here, to be clear.
Just the averages of cycle 2 and 3. And what you start to see is some really meaningful appreciation. And when I talked to Wences about this, how he explained it, which makes a lot of sense to me, is there are a lot of countries that will never look at Bitcoin credibly, even if they support it. The US may be one of those, but there's an increasing body of countries that will become dual currency. And they will look at their local currency, and then they will look at Bitcoin. And they will say both of these two things are needed. One, when you're transacting on a daily basis for random goods and services. And two, when you need to buy a permanent asset that needs to have residual value, you'll use something like BTC. And I think that's a very powerful concept. And if you look at what this price chart could indicate, is that if this thing starts to get to these levels of appreciation, it is going to completely replace gold and start to become something that has transactional utility for hard assets. And I think if you marry that with this worry that some folks have about dollar debasement, you start to see some really interesting opportunities. You should really...
Oops, sorry, I tried to catch that at the end there.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack there. I mean, I know it doesn't seem like there's a lot of information there, but there's a ton of information there.
Yeah, especially when he's noting dual currencies in a lot of countries right now, and especially the South American countries that have adopted it and they're using it in transactional value on the market. So that adoption that he's talking about, once it's widespread, I totally agree with how much more growth is there. Actually, I think it's significantly more, but we're only talking about the next year right now. So what do you think about that growth over the next year? He's talking about $500,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2025. So that's the end of next year.
Right. Well, if you recall, when we were on our halving stream, I was saying 500 grand. I was a little ahead of that timeline, honestly, but I do believe that that's just a given from everything he mentioned there. I mean, think about it. You get the normal bump you would when you're going into the bull cycle. And I think we're going to get that regardless of the fact that we've got all this additional exposure. But because of that additional exposure, that's just going to, I mean, scarcity, man, scarcity. It's going to play to the price. My 2 cents. Wait, let me put it up there. Not financial advice. There you go. My 2 cents.
Yeah. FF, I'm sort of interested to see what you think as well, because like the pressure is going to be there just because all these institutions are in the market now.
Yeah.
But it also we're sitting at 69 right now. It hasn't even passed 70. The ETFs have been out. A lot of buying has happened. We're talking about billions of dollars of the ETFs being purchased. But we're still well below 100K, where a lot of people thought when this much action was going to happen, it would propel us much quicker.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's really hard to make any sort of prediction.
Yeah.
Right. So I think I'm with you with like thinking that all of this information on the ETF and it getting passed and all the price action that's supposed to happen didn't happen the way that we expected. And it kind of also makes a little bit of sense as well, because it's not that people are just buying ETFs and holding on it. It's, there's day traders out there as well. So those individuals who are really getting a lot of value from the volatility of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin in specific, are not just buying, but they're selling and selling lots of it. So I think that plays a factor into why we're seeing so much crabbing right now after a halving.
Yeah.
And ultimately, I do agree that the price action will be at those crazy numbers, mainly because those institutions that we're alluding to, they're not going to fail, right? They don't get into something because they're hoping that they're going to get a return on their money.
Right.
They get into these things knowing that they're going to get a return.
Yeah.
So I think for a lot of us who are kind of down in the dumps and like saying, oh man, like why isn't it at 100 right now? Just wait. I mean, just give it some time. There's a lot of things going on in the world, outside of just the Bitcoin news with elections coming up. There's multiple different wars going on. There's just a lot of stuff going on, right? So give it time. I think it will hit those numbers. My numbers are a little bit less than the 500,000 at the end of 2025, but I do think it would at least be at like 100, 120, maybe a little bit more. So, I mean, just gotta wait, really, and that's my opinion.
Yeah, and I know there's also reserve CCM. I think you also know how much reserves are being depleted.
Oh yeah, all-time lows.
Is it? Are we still deep into the reserves right now, or they've all pretty much been depleted, and now we're going to be focusing on what the miners can contribute to purchasing power?
Well, think about it. Especially since the halving, all the new Bitcoin that these miners are producing has basically been bought up on a daily basis. So that's not even, in theory, that's not even entering the Bitcoin economy. So, it's pulling off these reserves. I think there was an article over the weekend about the highest outflows off of Kraken in, I forgot how long. So it's definitely, in my opinion, it's definitely the reserves that are coming, because those new Bitcoin are already spoken for. And the one other thing I want to point out that he mentioned toward the end was about sovereigns having dual currencies like we have currently in El Salvador. And look, what did we have? We had Malay heading over, sending representatives to talk about that prior to his installation or whatever the hell that was. But like literally, okay, how's your Bitcoin thing working? And tell me how to tell me about it. And there's going to be more and more of that.
Yeah, like the South American countries, like it was Argentina, right? That went over and investigated it. That's kind of like a proof of concept of how governments can actually use it around the world, and take that proof of concept and multiply it. I see the use case, I see the growth. I'm just trying to see where the translation will actually happen. And I think FF's right. You got to be a little bit more patient with this. Patient isn't my strong suit, so it'll be interesting, because things usually happen 6 months after the halving. So later this year and into the winter, December, I think that's when we're going to probably see a lot of things changing for Bitcoin. So I'm really interested to see what happens with that.
Yep. And Paperclip chiming in here saying Satoshi lined up the halvings near the election cycles on purpose.
That's all.
Maybe that's very possible. Very
well,
possible.
We're talking about Bitcoin during this election cycle, which is nice to see. At least it's in the roster there, right?
And everybody is. I mean, it has become crypto, not just Bitcoin, but crypto has become a serious election issue.
Yeah, Biden's tiptoeing back and forth. I'm not really sure what's going on there. Videoing when he put it.
Go check out my yesterday live stream. I don't want to get into that here. Okay. It's funny. Paperclip warned me, don't get myself canceled, but anyway, whatever. Got to speak my truth.
I don't think you can get canceled in crypto. If BitBoy didn't get canceled 100%, you're fine. Like, you can say whatever you want to say. Just be yourself.
Yeah. In Canada, you might have a little bit of an issue, though. They might rip us off completely. Past a few bills here. We got a few more minutes left. What do you guys got going on this week on your channels?
Go ahead, FF. You up?
Me? Nothing.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, ultimately, I don't know if you guys have truly been following my channel, but I think I have 2 more videos before I stop doing long form content. I'm still gonna do these lives, obviously, and then I was thinking about making a short today, but then I got I don't know what do you call it, like a brain fart or something, content block, writer's block almost with it, and I was just I don't even know if I want to post that anymore. So that's where I'm at. I got my Jasminer back from Terra Hosting. So Jasminer asked me to, or not, was it Jasminer or Jingle Mining? Jingle Mining asked me to make a video, and I already said yes to it. I wish I didn't. I mean, I'm going to be really honest with you guys here, because a lot of people don't tell people how much they get paid for these things and stuff like that. I didn't sign anything, so I'll tell you how much I got paid too. I got paid $50
Boom.
to make a video. So I'm gonna make a video for them. I got the $50. Sounds, I mean, it's decent, I guess. I'm a small dude, so it's not like I'm getting $500, which is what I think the standard would be if I was larger, for a video like that. But I got that coming up, and then Mining Disrupt. happens this month. So I'll be doing a lot of recording when I'm down there in Florida.
Oh, nice. You're going.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
yeah, I'm going.
Good
I was
stuff.
trying to like not tell people, but now I'm just telling everybody. Yeah. So I'm going there. So if you want to see me,
Yeah.
just don't be creepy. Like,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I will be there recording, and that will be my final long form video for this channel. It's not
For
that I'm
now.
stopping. Yeah,
For now.
And then
For
it's
now.
not that I'm stopping content creation. I have other channels, but like
Yeah.
this is enough for now for me.
All right. Fair enough.
Did you want to mention our potential interview or no? Save that for.
I guess we were talking about our channels first, and then we can talk about the interview.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Jar, you want to go?
Yep. I have a video coming out, should be out later today for Agent Lair. It's a Node project. They have a big marketing push behind it right now. So I've just been looking into it. There seems to be a lot of utility using AI and AI agents that is going to go out and do some chores for you. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about that. And I had briefly mentioned WingBits. WingBits is a DPIN project that I'm looking at right now. I just picked up some of the hardware, so I got some more. I got more antennas to put in my. Oh, there we go. So this is the WingBits antenna. Radarbox.com. This is the antenna I picked up. It's on Amazon, and I got the hardware that I'm going to be installing. My shed is turning into a DPIN shed. I have a bunch of antennas just and wires sticking out of it. I'm pretty sure my neighbors are questioning what's going on in there. I'm going to be running some power. I got power extension cables, Ethernet cables just all over the lawn. Anyways, I'm going to clean that up, and then I'll be talking about a DPIN shed a little bit later on.
Nice.
And how about you, CCM? What do you got going on?
I've bumped up my live streams. I'm now live online 5 days a week. Yeah, 5 days a week. So now Thursday was kind of my day. I drop a video or whatever, but now I'm also going to be live. My intention for the rest of this week, although I haven't put it all together yet, on my live streams is to talk about ARK Invest and how they pulled their ETF filing.
Yeah.
To talk about that. And also to talk about the recent warning that just came out from the FDIC about banks about ready to just go. So that's been out and in the news within the last 24 hours. So those are some of the things I'm going to be talking about. And for those of you who are here, because I know we got a bunch of people watching right now that usually join me on Crypto on the Rocks on Friday night. I have a family thing going on this Friday, so I won't be doing Crypto on the Rocks this week. I may do the after hours crypto, depending on what time I get back, but definitely no Crypto on the Rocks this week, guys. Sorry about that. So we'll be back at it next week.
All right. Sounds good. And we were setting up an interview.
Oh, yes. Say, I almost forgot about it.
FF, what's the interview about?
Yeah, so the interview is with Paula Crypto and Web3. I think we spoke about her channel before on one of our streams. I know me personally, I did a video on one of her, basically it's like a crypto tracker that she created on Excel.
Yeah.
So we're going to have an interview with her mainly because of her expertise with crypto tracking and Excel, and try to pick her brain on how she developed it, why she developed it, those sort of things. Plus, we need another interview, right? Like, you guys can't just look at our pretty faces all the time and be like, oh yeah, this
why not?
No, we need some spice, and we need some women as well, in my opinion, in our stream. I feel like that would definitely
ain't gonna argue with you there.
Yeah, that's needed.
To be quite honest.
Let's see what we got. We got a bunch of comments. Chris Hanley saying cancel culture doesn't exist here. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, look at that. Paperclip's all about your $50 there.
Hit him up, Paperclip.
Throw that in a Solana meme coin, he says.
We should also do a follow-up with Deeperknot. I'm going to reach out to him. He wants to come on, talk a little bit. He's got a lot of things going on with Deeper Networks.
And Mike is saying you're talking with aliens. I love it. Oh, no shilling, just marketing. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Oh, man. Well, I appreciate everybody in the live chat. You guys make this live stream fun.
Awesome. So I guess we'll wrap up right now. It's 10:30. It's right about that time.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for joining Matrix Money Tuesday. We'll be back next time, next week, same time. And please hit the like button. Really appreciate that.
Yes. Let's not forget that here. I'll even put it up on the screen. Come on. Hit that like button.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys.
Have a good week, everybody.